RWTH Aachen University is a top-ranked university in Europe and I think in the world.
The strength of RWTH Aachen University is its interdisciplinarity. We have a lot of different institutions, a lot of different faculties, and they all work together.
There are strong bonds with industry and research partners, and it was great to build that kind of network here.
I think the atmosphere is good and the teachers are nice and the students, they are friendly and love to sharing, and I make some friends, and that's the most important.
So at the end, this would make me more comfortable facing new challenges, or like at least not having the fear to face challenges.
He said it would be a tough and challenging program, but if I work hard, I will be qualified for many disciplines in my field, and I will be miles ahead of others. So I decided, okay, I want to do it.
In these 2 years, I was like so much pushed. Then I'm now like more stronger than before.
Every day you will encounter new problems, you will find new challenges, but also be able to realize new solutions. Together we will be able to develop your career path.
Fulfill any dream you'd have, yes, in this area, mechanical engineering, by simply coming to Aachen.
Let's start today. Come to RWTH Aachen University.
Hello everybody, welcome to this webinar. Today we're talking about the German Engineering College, or short GEC, which is a qualification program that you guys can do before joining a master's degree program taught in English here at RWTH International Academy. My name is Melanie Ostfeld. I'm responsible for certain relationships we have with partners all over the world, and today I'm very happy to have you here. It's a special occasion because this is part of an ongoing series on the German Engineering College. So maybe you've seen webinar 1 and 2, where we talked about what the German Engineering College is, about the 5 courses regarding each academic package, whether you're a mechanical engineer or you're rather into civil engineering, or you'd like to pursue a master's in battery systems engineering. Then we looked a little deeper into how you apply for the program, how you manage your admission. We had Nadine here from the admission committee to talk about the tips that you might want to consider to also apply for a scholarship. And here today we finalize and sum it all up. So we talk about the GEC and its learning platform, the so-called learning space. And I'm very happy to welcome also Enrique Orduña here with us. He's a current student in the master's degree program called Smart Production Engineering, and he's been through it all. So he started in the German Engineering College. He now is here in Aachen starting the 2nd semester, and you guys can put your questions into the chat box if you'd like to know his perspective. We're going to have a conversation later on, but for now I'm going to show you what the GEC is about. So imagine this. You follow all the RWTH level courses online, you pass those exams before moving to Germany, and you secure your financial resources to really be calm and just get the journey, the academic adventure going. So you definitely arrive fully prepared for your master's degree program. And this is what you'll see today. We look into how the learning space works, how you can study and prepare for those exams, and meet Enrique. Of course, I also have some other tips for you to secure a scholarship. So, the German Engineering College, to sum it up, in case you haven't seen those other webinars, you're invited to go back on YouTube. They're all going to be uploaded there next week. But in case you join in this first session, well, to give you a short outline, it's about 5 courses that take place with live sessions between July and December, but you do not have to join those live sessions. You can watch the recordings because it's been taught from this beautiful studio, and the professors calculate something with you directly, but As I said, you can also just look look at the video afterwards, maybe forward some parts where you're already sure about how the concept works, or go slower if you need to repeat a certain information. So it's rather flexible for you to join those classes. And those 5 courses means that you have like 2-3 weeks of live sessions, maybe 2-3 hours every day, and then the next course starts. But you also have additional material, and then you basically organize yourself until the exams in November, December. So all of this means that you're ideally prepared for the master's degree program. You won't need the GRE test to apply for it, and you have your direct pathway here to Aachen. So from learning to passing, this means that you access the learning space, the GC program after your successful application. You have those courses, videos and quizzes, the exam tool will be shown to you, and then you prove your readiness. So it's a continuous learning that is going on during this program, and we're with you all the way. This is how you arrive prepared, not overwhelmed. You meet the academic expectations. You also get to know the learning style over here. And obviously, you have this strong technical foundation. So the idea is that you don't only join this program to make sure you don't need the GRE test, but it's about high confidence in you, in your skills, your knowledge from day one in your master's degree program. So you can start your journey today and apply for the GEC. Maybe make a screenshot now, because this QR code also leads you to the forms where you can already upload all of your documents and send in your letter of motivation, a CV, your English language proficiency. It's about a level B1, B2 for now. For the master's degree program, you're going to show us a B2 language proficiency letter. It needs to be from an IELTS or maybe TOEFL or maybe first certificate English by then. So maybe to bear that in mind, in case you still need to make a test, you can already schedule one of those that will be recognized in the masters. And also, you're going to ask to be sent in your transcript of records. So it's about all the courses you have seen in your bachelor's degree and which grades and workloads were involved in there. And here we talk about 6 months of work experience. Yes, it's not that important for now, but we mention it because it's a requirement for you to apply for the master's degree program. So, of course, there will be some time between the GC now, this July, and the start of your master's in September, October 2027. So you need to accomplish 6 months and basically until October next year, even a whole year of work experience, because to enroll, they're going to check on this requirement. So bear that in mind. And also, if you have only your native language originals, please send them to an official translator, because we either accept English originals, maybe your institution can hand them to you, or translated versions. So thank you very much for that. In case you would like to secure a scholarship, then you can also send in a second letter of motivation. And it's for the Rising Star Award. So you can gain this award by stating how you'd be maybe our ambassador, join webinars like this, and really show yourself and your way to the institution, make other people see what you're doing here. And this way, this is something we really appreciate in the letter of motivation. Of course, aside from all the things you've been doing, maybe voluntary work, maybe a cool project you want to tell us about. So use this opportunity. We do have those scholarships. We want to give them out. Make sure you can be one of those candidates. So now, let's take a look at the learning space. Basically, what a course looks like is what I've mentioned, some video lectures, exercises and quizzes, and a forum. So the forum is a place where you can always place a question. In case you've seen a video lecture and you're doubting about a certain concept, you really want an equation to be explained further, then you can put this question into the forum, and the lecturers will react and help you understand the solution. So this is a great moment for me to move over to Enrique and say hi to you. Welcome.
Hello, Melanie. How are you?
I'm doing really great. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. So before we start our conversation on your particular way and what you feel like, how the GEC influenced your path, let's have a quick look into the learning space. So maybe guys, I'm going to start sharing this screen, and you can see the entrance mask where I put in my account and password and click on login. And here we can see, okay, hi, international. This is the account we created for you to not see other people's names, of course. Data protection is important. But now we can look into my courses. You can see that this person is enrolled in so many different courses, but we now want to check on the German Engineering College batch of 2026. So I go into my course, and here you can see, okay, it explains a little bit how the program works. You can scroll down and have a welcome message for everyone. There will be people presenting themselves because obviously we have some program managers that will be with you and organizing everything. So there's the news part to be in the loop. You can activate messages up here to get notifications on everything that's going on. And then when our team sends in a new message, something you should be aware of, you can automatically get the email about that message. Okay, this, as you see, there was a closing session in December, and we have the video recording here. But for you guys, the first thing will be a welcome live session. So there will also be the recording after that. You have here the different program guides. As you know, you can choose one of the 3 academic packages. So let's say you're interested in the package of mechanical engineering, then there will be a program guide that shows you the different lectures, the digital tools, contacts, and yeah, basically whenever all the different contacts, the different sessions will take place. So now I will go back and show you guys that your learning journey also entails some hints and tips we have for you. So something like learning strategies or the live sessions or even badges that you can earn. Here in this case, obviously, we don't have them. But if you're very active in our classes, you can earn badges. And this might be something cool to also, foster your profile. So we choose you as a scholarship candidate for the master's degree program. Here it says better together. Of course, it's about teamwork, so we make use of that forum. Here it says even sharing is caring. So it's a good idea to share your questions and get in contact and see what other students have to say. Now, there's also a toolbox you can go through for the Zoom sessions. You have WiseFlow, which is our tool we use for the online written exams. And we're obviously going to have a test session with you so everything is working smoothly before the day of the exam. For the examinations, we have another part here where we publish the dates, the introductions to WiseFlow, and also a short part about Aachen with a digital sightseeing tour. So maybe you even feel welcome already and can really make the most of your preparations for your journey to Germany. This is the time zone converter. Of course, you're joining from so many different places in the world. So this way you can always make sure you're there when you need to. In the calendar, there will be shown all the different live sessions. And actually, something that we don't see here right now, but there are so many beautiful designs in the different sections. I'm trying to look for one right now. because there will be Sam, our little astronaut, accompanying you all through the study journey. Okay, so this is it for the learning space for now. Now, Enrique, I'm so happy to have you here. How was your situation before you even started the German Engineering College? Because with you, it's like a special case, right? You were in contact with RWTH Aachen even before.
Yeah, my case was really different from many people because I did an exchange semester originally here in Germany, and I was in the south in Baden-Württemberg. I did an exchange semester, and I was planning to do an internship here. And then because I knew you, because you went to my school in Mexico, we started to chat, and you told me about an opportunity here in Aachen to have an internship. I spoke with the people here in the company, and at the end we arranged that I could work here. So from Baden-Württemberg, I moved here to Aachen. I worked for another 6 months. So I started to learn master students in the company, knowing the city, obviously a little bit more of the university. And I returned to Mexico, but at the end I had this idea to return here to Germany to study in RWTH.
Okay, so then you joined the German Engineering College, right? Why did you choose it?
The German Engineering College, I chose it, I think mostly because of two things. One, because it guarantees like 99.999%, so you can study in the master.
Yes.
That was one thing. Also, I will not have any conditional admission. That was something really important for me to have. Just come here to Germany and study the lectures for my master. No lectures that will allow me to stay. And obviously get more used to the German system. I got used to it once I was here at the beginning for my exchange semester, but obviously getting more experience is also good for me.
Yeah, so how difficult did you find it to apply for the program? What were you maybe worried about getting this admission? How did you manage this part of the process?
I mean, I think that everything was really straightforward. Fortunately, I had all the documents, the English. For my case, I had also the work experience that it helped me. The 6 months that you mentioned, I made them basically here.
Yeah.
So I had the 6 months work experience, also my transcripts. I had everything. So I think it is really easy to apply. The only thing that you need to focus is really on studying and pass the exams.
Okay, so what about the interview? We had a short interview before you started the GEC. You're saying it's doable.
Yeah, it's really doable. I think that the only thing that you need to do is being yourself. Don't try to over-impress people saying, I want to change the world. Like, really say which are your goals, be realistic on what you want to do, and the people that are going to interview, they're going to appreciate more that.
That's true, yeah, good point. Okay, so now that we've looked a little bit into the learning space, how do you feel that it helped you?
I think they helped me more because I was not able to attend the live sessions. For you to know, I'm from Mexico, so basically right now we have 8 hours difference with Germany, and usually these lectures were like at 2 a.m. in the morning for me. So it was really helpful for me because the recordings were there. And in my own time, I could just watch them, pause them, make notes. Also, at the same time, have the material, the presentations, the exercises. And just having everything in one place helped me a lot just to focus on studying.
So how did a typical study week then look like? I'm sure you also had different other responsibilities to look after. So how did you organize yourself?
Okay, so basically, I had more or less to work a little bit. If I had to go to the work, actually, that day was lost for me, just working. But mostly I did a home office. So what I did was wake up. I was studying in the German Engineering College, checking obviously things of my work, and just switching around. And also in the weekend, I focus more on watching more live sessions and reviewing the presentations, the exercise sheets, and also because it was just for some few months, it was doable. And then it was just when the lectures ended and it was more like the exam preparation period, I just used some of my free time to study the presentations and the exercise sheets.
Okay, so this means weekends too, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, for my case, because I had other responsibilities. But obviously, if you don't have that perfectly, you can cover that during the week.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. What did you like most about the program?
I liked that some lectures were more exciting for me. For example, thermodynamics. In my bachelor, I hated that class.
Oh, wow.
When I started to look at it in the German Engineering College, especially the assistant, she explained the topic really well with examples, with a lot of patience, and actually that topic was more exciting for me. That was one thing, and also I found some people that I could talk to and that actually I met here in Aachen. So that was also cool. Like I met people like online chatting in WhatsApp, and then one day I was just in one event and was like, "You're that person? Yes, you're that." Okay. And then we just met, like in person. That was also something.
Because they're in different master's degree programs.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yes, I get it. So in talking about the social part of it, so you feel like it even helped you make friends once you got here?
Yeah, actually something funny was that I once talked to someone from Colombia. We both speak Spanish. They're like, "Hey, do you understand this? No, do you?" And that was it. And then when I came here and I started to meet my roommates, and we changed phone numbers, we saw that we already had a conversation. It was like,
that was
we spoke 8 months ago.
But you didn't really support each other when you didn't know about the
we support each other. Like, do you know this? No, you know.
Okay, so you did.
No, we did. We support each other, but only for like 3 weeks. We passed the exams and was like, okay,
well done.
Maybe we'll see each other, and at the end we're flatmates.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. Perfect. So do you feel like the courses, now that you're in the master's degree program, in your case, smart production engineering, do you feel like it benefits you to have all this knowledge from the German engineering course?
Yeah. Obviously, it's good to have like a really recap of the foundations of a lot of engineering topics. That helps a lot. But also, in my case, I think that it was more special to know how the German educational system works, because it's really different from my home country to Mexico.
Is.
Really difficult. For example, I just have lectures, and here it's usual to have your lecture and your exercise. You have 2 times a week the same class, but one is just like theory, another is exercise. And this is something that you see more in the German Engineering College, and you get more used to the German way to study, the German way of how classes are taught. So I think that's the part that helped me more, because I just came here and know how things worked.
Okay, cool. So did you feel more confident? That was one of my statements here. So boldly, I claimed that people could feel more confident when they do the GEC beforehand.
Yeah.
Did it actually work for you?
Yeah. I actually gave me more confidence. And also, I tried to explain to other people that I knew that they did not, it was even their first time in Germany. I also tried to explain hey, classes work more or less in this way. And I tried to give some of my advices or things that I learned in the past to help them.
Okay, yeah, because you mentioned, we've obviously talked before starting this webinar, you mentioned that you have a friend who did not join the GEC and then needed to do some of the classes you've seen beforehand during their masters, right?
Yeah, exactly. He had to do the mechanics and machine design, if I'm not wrong.
As a conditional admission.
As a conditional admission. So he spent the first months of the master here studying for those lectures and doing the exam. But because I already knew how to pass those exams, obviously the exam changed. It's not that I have the formula to make them pass.
Of course.
But I have a lot of hints, a lot of material that I gathered with other people. So I just gave them to him, say, hey, focus on this. I learned this is the most helpful. Please take this into consideration. And at the end, he did pass the 2 exams in the first try.
Yeah, because you mentioned he was really stressed.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster for him, because he was studying and he was stressed, and then he was these questions about, did I pass, did I not? And he was like, no, calm, you did well, I passed you this, remembered you this thing? Yes, okay, then it's perfect, so don't worry. And at the end, he passed.
Wow, so that's awesome. You even bonded about this experience that you could share. So cool. So how was your start in Aachen then? Did you feel like, well, you mentioned you had this one event where you suddenly met people from the GEC. Were you here already at the welcome day?
Yeah,
Okay, so this was like the first moment where you could select people who had been online before.
Yeah, but I started met more people like outside, like going to another type of events, or you're like, I know this person, and we just met like in the Mensa. There's like the cafeteria here, and we're like, your name sounds familiar. You're this person. Yeah. Okay, we met. You remember? So it's easier now to meet people.
Okay.
And that have your same like experiences.
Yeah, sounds good. So maybe let's sum it up now. What advice is it that you would give, that you would like to share with people who are considering joining this GEC program?
Okay, first of all, say like, don't do it. Like, actually, it's a really good opportunity, but please study. That's something, maybe it's redundant to say, but please study. I say if you really attend or watch the recording of lectures, you make questions in the forum, you are active, you have this active learning, and you use part of your time, free time, or your organization to study. Make your pauses, don't study all day long, like really just have a schedule to study. You can pass really all the exams in the first try, and basically being here, and if you're really lucky, maybe you get a scholarship.
Yeah, you did, right?
Yeah, I have one scholarship.
Exactly. So you guys, this is it for this part with Enrique. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to sum some last information up for you. And I can see that there are some questions in the chat, so let's address them right now. The first one, Pedro, you would like to know what the cost of the GEC is. So, good question, of course. It was part of the other two webinars. If you like, you can go back and rewatch them once they're on YouTube. For now, I can tell you it's 7,000 euros, the value of this program. And if you get a Rising Star scholarship, it's 25% off. So this is something you can calculate with. Bear in mind, if you get a conditional admission and a GRE test, obviously those also cost. So maybe this extra time to prepare everything, get your finances in order, you know about the blocked account, I mentioned also in the other programs, this can really help you to plan your studies in a solid way. And then there's another question. What if some modules in the degree did not match with the requirements for the master's degree program? What can we do to fill that gap? Yes, actually, this is why the GEC exists. So in this German engineering college, the idea is to see, okay, maybe you come from electrical engineering and you like to study robotic systems engineering, but you do need some more basis in mechanical engineering courses. So this is why you then have your 5 classes, you close this gap, and you can be admitted. Basically, we already look into your profile before even admitting you to the GEC, so we can keep our promise and let you into your favorite master's degree program afterwards. So this is all well thought of, and to really give you this path and make it all possible. And then there's another question here. What if my mode of instruction for my bachelor's degree was already in English? Do I still need a TOEFL or IELTS exam? Yes, I'm so sorry. Usually that's the case. Maybe you can send us an email afterwards. I will show you how to contact us. And we can see if we can make an exception in your case, but that really depends on the certain conditions of the university, the state you're in, and so on. So please write an email, maybe send in that document we need to check, the title, the transcript, and then we can tell you if you still need a TOEFL. Okay, I think there's one new one down there. Maybe Gary, my colleague here, can scroll down. Okay, yes. Can I just get a certificate of mode of instruction? I'm not sure what that means. So, mode of instruction, do you have an idea what that could refer to, Enrique?
No.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Maybe for the English language. Well, please, this is a detailed question we would love to help you with. So write all the information you have regarding your English knowledge, and then we check on this with you. Okay, Victor wants to know, what if I'm a EU citizen, but I did my bachelor's in Brazil? Well, in this case, you're kind of lucky because EU citizens do not need the GRE test to get admission to our International Academy programs, the master's degree programs, you know. So you could still apply even until July 15th and start your master's degree this year in September, October. Without the GRE, without the German Engineering College to replace this, you are, of course, also facing the risk of an conditional admission. So it could be that you need to join 2, 3, maybe even 4 classes. Apart from the master's degree classes, they're all worth 1,000 euros in the engineering and 500 euros for the economics part, so in case you choose an MME class. So this is another cost you might consider, but feel free to just upload your application in RWTH Online, and then we can check it all and tell you about what conditions you might face, and you can still apply for the German Engineering College too. The deadline for the German Engineering College is June 15th. So bear those two in mind, and then you can select. Good question. Okay. Victor, do I need to, the EU citizen with a bachelor's in Brazil, do I need to pay for the master's? Is it possible to get some sort of scholarship? I remember having some sort of salary around 900 euros. Okay, you're referring to the blocked account maybe, or salary through a student job. So maybe we're going to extend the session a little bit more because, Enrique, I'm going to come back to you. We're talking here about student jobs, and you're an expert in this. So maybe you can tell people how to finance their studies, because you can work here in Germany while you study, right?
Yeah, actually your visa or resident permit, depending on what you have, allows you to work, I remember how much time, but it was
20 hours tops
20 hours or 40 hours.
When there's no classes, it's more.
You can work basically, there are student jobs, mini jobs, internships, there are a lot of things that you can do. It can be in a cafeteria or actually like an institution or in a company. Obviously you need to apply. Some of them requires a German. Mm-hmm. That's something that we need to say. Obviously with English you can work perfectly. Mm-hmm. And it requires you to work, for example, right now I have one that it's 8 hours per week. Mm-hmm. Some of them are 20, 13, 14, so it depends on the company, on what you're looking at, but yeah, it's perfectly fine to have one, and it also helps you with the cost of living here.
Exactly, and how does it work for the visa then? Do they consider your income to maybe reduce the sum you need to show in your blocked account?
As far as I understand, right now I have another scholarship, so I did not use like the work for the block account, but as I understand, if you go to the embassy or when you need to do this paperwork, and if you show that you have for example, a 2 years contract and they're going to pay you 2,000 euros, then basically that will be your financial paper that says that you have the money.
Exactly.
Or if you have half of the money in the block account and half of the money with a job of a contract, that can work. That's how I understand it works, but obviously check better with the embassy and with all the German departments.
Yeah, of course. But good point. Thank you so much for sharing this. Okay, so let's look again at your questions. The DAAD scholarship, 900 and so forth.
992 euros.
Yeah. Is this the one you have?
I have one that scholarship.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 992. So basically they gave you the money and a paper. And for example, 2 months ago, I went to change. You come to Germany with a student visa, and it's maximum for 1 year. So you need to, let's say, extend it to something that is called the resident permit. That's something that I did 2 months ago. I have now a little card. Mm-hmm. And when I went to the office, I gave a paper from the DAF that basically says, hey, this person has a scholarship with the 982 euros. So he's covered with the money. They also gave me the health insurance. Mm-hmm. I also delivered that, and basically they just gave me a card
Okay.
with that. So yeah,
This is how you extend your visa.
yeah, that's how you extend your visa, and you prove. Obviously, the typical way is to have the block account before coming to Germany.
Okay, good. So I can see there's another question. Does Aachen provide intensive German courses as well? Is it included in the tuition fee? Well, yes. Maybe you want to comment on that too.
Yeah, well, at least in my master,
In all of them, yes.
yeah, it's the 3 semesters.
Ah, okay,
Because I
yes.
think in some of them changes.
Yes.
So, for example, last semester I did 1 semester of German, and it was included in my payment of my semester. This semester I also taking German, and next semester I'm going to take German. So yeah, it's included. You can make an intensive course or a half
One-
course.
Yeah, like all the semester
Yeah.
have courses.
Yes, you can make, for example, all A1 in 1 semester, or just make A1.1 in 1 semester and A1.2 in the next one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have this flexibility to take the German classes and also many other languages.
Okay, perfect. And how does the DAAD go for EU citizens? Is it the same? No, not at all. It all
No.
depends on where you live, what citizenship you have. Please check on that on the different websites, because the DAAD publishes a lot of different scholarships. Some of them, I'm afraid, only work if you do not pay tuition fees in Germany. So, of course, this would be in conflict with what we offer here at International Academy. You were lucky you had one that would support you, even though you need to pay fees here.
Yeah, but obviously there are many more. And for example, he mentioned that he's from Brazil.
Yeah.
And so maybe, I don't know, obviously check the information.
Yeah.
Maybe he has more chances to get a scholarship from DAD if he applies as a Brazilian citizenship than the European. I don't know how easy it is for people here in Europe to get a DAD scholarship. I don't know, but at least from Latin America, I think it's more possible.
Okay. Well, interesting to consider. Okay, so requesting, I had difficulty in passing maths in my degree, due to which my degree got extended to 2 years extra. Oh, I'm so sorry. Does low marks in the maths affect my admission to get the GEC and degree program? I had retakes. Well, if you finally passed those exams and got your grade, and it's all good in the sense that you have your bachelor's degree certificate, then it does not affect how many times you tried. That's all right. Of course, we look into the profile of each candidate. So if you convince us with everything else that you have, you can still make it. Okay. What percentage of students, and a last question I'm going to take, and then afterwards you're very much invited to write an email. What percentage of students secure a job immediately after graduation? Well, I'm not sure about the hard number, but I know that around 90% do sign their job contracts like 3 months after leaving the master's degree program. And that's perfectly fine, because the visa will also allow you to stay, I think, half a year after your master's degree program finishes to look for a job. So you definitely, in this range, don't have to worry about needing to go back or something. Usually it all works out. We do have an extensive career service for you to make contact with different enterprises and, face this challenge from day one, and be aware that once you graduate, you actually find your dream job. Okay, so this is it for now. Thanks again, Enrique.
No problem.
And now we're going to wrap it up with this information. Basically, you can see you can enjoy your head start here in Germany with the German Engineering College. And in case you're missing something from this session, go back to YouTube. Next week, you're going to find the other 2 sessions we talked about yesterday and the day before. And just make sure to send in all of your questions via email, via WhatsApp, whatever you like. You can also leave your contact data here with the formula. And one small thing I would like to ask you to do is stay in this session for just 1 minute more, because there will be a Mentimeter survey, so you can even give us feedback how much help this webinar was or what you're maybe still looking for. So thank you so much. Enrique, so good to have you here. Thank you so much. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.